It's Dragon Week, which means I'm posting a new idea about dragons every single day on this channel, and today's idea is to traumatize your players. Do it. Specifically using a dragon that is kind of like a flesh golem, but in draconic form. And I don't mean in the standard sort of sense where it's just like an unidentifiable mound of flesh. I want a dragon that has been carefully constructed from the bodies of other creatures and formed into the rough shape of a dragon, but you can still see each individual component of the creature, and maybe they still move around and like have that sort of uncanny undeadness to them. So maybe, for example, every single like digit on the dragon's claws are actually ram's heads, and their horns are formed in a way and meshed together, maybe even wired together to form the talons. But as the dragon goes to claw something with a claw attack, you can hear the rams bleeding and screaming as it gets closer. The wings might be a bunch of like wings from other creatures all kind of sewn together, including birds, other dragons, normal non-flying creatures that have just been stretched and like flattened out and then stitched together using magical sinew. When you get to the body of the dragon, maybe it's just a bunch of other bodies, a bunch of other hunks of flesh pushed together and sewn together, but you can visibly see the outline of something like a cow, or if you want to get real weird with it, humanoids. Maybe there's a centaur that's like half sticking out of the mound of flesh and still like moving its neck around in a really uncanny sort of way. And especially if this dragon has been active in an area for a long time, you can start to see its past victims have been worked into its body and made to like expand it out and make it bigger. So if you know it took down a goblin village recently, you can actually see several goblins, including their chieftain, built into its neck and down its spines. And you can get creative with it, and you don't have to use the normal dragon template either. So if it opens its mouth, for example, maybe instead of a normal like fleshy singular piece tongue, it's actually made up of a bunch of tentacles from krakens, and they all writhe around and grasp out at people as they approach the maw. I don't know, I just like flesh golems as a concept, dude. You can make that shit scary.